And this is a happy medium, sort of.
Is it though?
It's the remote version. We're
gonna give that away? We're gonna give that away?
You're gonna be able to tell.
Really?
In your sound quality.
Oh, my sound quality.
Well, because it's over Skype, it doesnn't matter how good the quality is. It's over Skype.
And Santa Claus doesn't exist, kids. Yeah.
You will know either way. No, let's just be real. But that's okay. I mean, this is 2019, almost 2020. A lot of podcasts are done with over Skype or over a phone call.
Oh yeah.
We're just using the.
We're definitely not
using the technology.
We're not innovative at all. You're right.
But there's a reason for it. There are multiple reasons. One of the reasons is because it snowed about 7 inches. I don't know what the official snow count is as of right now. Yeah, so it snowed a lot, iced a lot, or it's gonna ice a lot. So I didn't feel like driving. That plus it's the week before Christmas. Everybody's got stuff to do. But we were making time to put out high quality content.
Yeah, so did your kids are your kids off school for a break, or did they get off school because of the snow today?
Snow. My kids haven't
Snow. Okay,
my kids haven't been to school since Wednesday because of sickness. The oldest had the stomach bug for 2 days last week. The youngest had some sort of like sinus thing last week. She missed school. So that was Thursday and Friday. Today's Monday. They were off school today. They're off school tomorrow. So yeah, it's been fun.
Yeah, it sounds like all the joys of fatherhood, parenthood, right there.
Yes.
Just a big madhouse, right? Hey, you know.
Yes.
Hey, I saw on social media. I'll have to say the IG, the Instagram, that you went to like some Christmas place. Like you took the whole family. Like I'm not stalking you, man. It just pops up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I put it out there. It's going to be seen.
Well, yeah. It's no secret there. It's out there for the public. But what was that? Where was that at?
What was it? Oh, the Polar
some magical. It was magical.
the Polar Express.
Yeah. That's what it was. How was that?
That was great. I don't know if anybody's ever seen that movie. I don't know if I'm the only one.
Well,
they try to
big movie. It's a big movie. I've never seen it, but it's Tom Hanks, right? Like animated. Like, yeah, it's Spielberg. Is it? Maybe.
I think so.
I don't know.
See, I never saw it as a kid. I only saw it whenever my kids were born, and I don't know.
I was at that age. I think we were at that age where we were like too old, but like not that old, but like too old for that shit. You know, like
right.
If we were gonna watch a movie, unless it was with our family, we weren't gonna watch the Polar Express.
Right. This is true.
But it's classic, though, right? I mean, it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I've seen it like on a fucking bus. You know, not the bus. Oh, maybe the bus, like the party bus that goes from Chicago to St. Louis. I think I've seen it at some point, and I don't remember like wanting to kill myself, so it can't be that bad.
No, it's not bad at all. It's not a cheesy. It's actually got a nice like I don't know. It's got like mystique to it, and
it's a train. It's a train that goes to the North Pole. I mean, it is exactly how it sounds, right? I mean, pretty much, right?
Yeah, and then it has a twist at the end where they're really in hell, and it's the devil instead of Santa. Yeah.
Oh well, you know, that's
gonna be the rebooted version.
I missed the ending, I guess.
Well, if you haven't heard, Quentin Tarantino's gonna do the reboot, and that's or Rob Zombie. Probably Rob Zombie will do that one. Yeah.
Bad dialogue then, and the 70s slasher horror films will be glorified in this Christmas movie. Okay.
Yeah. His wife's gonna star in it. And
why does Mrs. Claus have her tits out and is talking like a baby?
So yeah, it was fun. It was something to do, and the kids loved it. And
for the behave. Not that I give a shit, but I'm just saying, like,
Oh
kids.
yeah.
I ruined. My parents took me to a lot of stuff like that, and I really fucking ruined it, man. As you know, because I was a bastard kid. Like, I'd really make them regret it.
Yeah. No, they were good. They were great.
Good, good. You know,
And
good.
it also it's a great time to be snowed in because God, there's just so much stuff to watch with
Oh,
all the choices, man. I've been watching stuff left and right.
last time we talked, you mentioned South Park. Did you wrap that up? Is it over now? Is that the last one?
Man, I have no idea.
You see the one?
Yeah, I saw the latest. I feel like South Park just puts them out whenever they want to. Yes, I
You
did
saw
watch
the
it.
Randy the cocaine. Okay, okay.
Wait a minute, wait a
Yeah,
minute, wait a
I
minute.
don't know.
Wait a minute. Randy Cocaine.
It was a Christmas special.
I didn't. When they put
Oh,
that one
okay.
out?
Like last week.
I thought the latest one was
Yeah.
the cable one.
No, no.
Oh, then I'm not caught up then.
Oh yeah, it was like you know, all I'll say it was like Randy, you know, my season's over, you know, with his harvest, you know what I mean?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
But then it's like come back, he's like a Christmas special. It was good. It was good. All right, I'll stop talking then so you can
Yeah, my
enjoy it.
bad.
But
You
back
know
to Randy, I
that
guess.
makes sense. No, because I don't know. When did it was that Wednesday, or they
Yeah,
released that? Huh?
it was yeah, and then basically like too much drinking for the adults during the holidays, so Santa Claus gets alcohol banned, and then
Well,
they have to bring back Randy. You know.
well, that makes sense. Yeah, that probably because my schedule's been thrown off all this kids being sick and whatnot, and I don't even know what day it is. So it kind of throws off my.
I'm sure your kids want to watch South Park. I mean,
Yeah,
it's a cartoon, but
it throws off my normal viewing schedule of things because yeah, Thursday is usually when I check it out the next day.
yeah, on Hulu. That's
Yeah,
how I watch it. Yeah.
but yeah, I wrapped up Peaky Blinders, which is probably one of my new favorite shows. I'm sad to say that I've seen it all now.
What is it done? Are they not making new ones?
No, I just caught up. Like they just released the newest season, and I like up
How
until
many?
that.
How many are there?
Well, it's British, so their seasons only last six
Oh,
episodes, which I
yeah,
like. I like that. I like, I guess the norm now is 10, sometimes 12.
yeah,
I just feel like there's so much filler. There's like 2 or 3 episodes that are just filler, or they'll follow like a secondary character. There's something about I feel like a lot of British shows they're like 3 or 6 episodes a season, and
the
it sucks to wait in between. But just in terms of binge watching, like six episodes a season's perfect. It's like there's so much like it's quantity or quality over quantity.
yes. Have you seen End of the Fucking World or End of the Fucking World 2?
I
Have you heard of that?
started, yeah, I started the first two, and I didn't finish it.
Well, that's your example though of British. It's each episode is like at least 20 minutes long, and it's like 7 episodes. So man, you knock that out like boom,
Right.
boom, boom, and it's like it's one hell of a ride versus like you said filler. It's just like get to the fucking point, get to the point, get to the point. You know,
Yeah, that might be the
it
new
was good.
that,
I like.
that might be the new trend because now that you mentioned that Netflix it came out with that series with Paul Rudd. Man, what's it called? What is it called? It's like there's two of them. I check it out. It's kind of like a not too dark, but a little dark comedy.
I think I know what you're talking
And
about. Did you
there's
see Paul Rudd's in the Ghostbusters trailer?
yeah.
No, do you think that's fair that everyone gives a shit about that and no one's shitting on it like they shit on the girls movie?
They made it. They
It's like
made it really. You know
it's like
what?
Egon's kid, isn't it? It's Egon's kid, Harold Ramis's kid, right? Or
Yeah.
something. Like that's what I got from.
See they did it right. I thought the from the trailer the plot looked interesting. It's definitely not a
It's like some
reboot.
small town.
Yeah, it's like out in the
No,
country.
well,
It takes place in the country, and
it's a sequel. It's actually like an actual sequel.
right.
It's like
It's
you know
not
what
a
I mean?
reboot.
All those people. So I don't know.
They
I
did.
just
They
like,
did it. They
man,
did it right. I mean, this time. But I think I don't know if we talked about this before. I like the girl version of Ghostbusters. I didn't.
everyone
I
everyone
didn't.
who's seen it says it's a good movie. It's a quality
Yeah, it's not a
movie.
bad
Like
movie. It's actually pretty funny.
yeah.
But it's when you mess with these long time. I mean, I want to say cult film. I mean, it's hugely popular, but it's got a huge cult following behind it. So when you tweak it and you know, add a different gender or just completely, change it, it doesn't matter how good the film's going to be. It's going to get backlash.
I think I've said this a million times. They should have just made the movie, those actresses, those comedians, those female comedians, just some movie, and not make it Ghostbusters. Have some paranormal comedy,
Right.
like make it their own. But they had to use that brand, and that usually that will help, but that backfired so much using that brand,
Yeah, it really
the
did.
GB brand.
It really did. And they did it right.
Um, that,
I mean, at least the concept, because you got kids now, so you look like a real complete
when they
asshole if you rip on kids. And yeah, it's a
Well,
continuation. It's
also
the daughter, and yeah,
it's like who's your dad, and it's like back in the '80s, and then it's like you see him looking through the closet, and it's like his fucking suit and shit, and he finds the car. It's like that, man. That gave me fucking chills, dude. You can call
yeah,
me a douche, but I was like that. I'm not. But then I'm like, dude, am I sexist because I didn't give two fucks about the Cayman Kid in Ghostbusters? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I don't know. Like this got me all amped up, man. It really did. Like I was like, fuck yeah, dude. Next generation. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
yeah.
Maybe I don't
Well,
know.
no,
Can't help but ask that question.
my thing is this: I rarely. I don't look at trailers anymore. I feel like half the internet and half the buzz on Facebook is just trailers of, oh my God, this movie coming on. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I don't buy into that shit because I just feel like that it sets the movie up for failure. And I feel like trailers nowadays give like so much of the plot away. Like, I don't want
I
to
was
know
gonna say that.
anything about anything. I think I've seen a couple of Star Wars, the new one, that trailer, but I really didn't want to. I don't want to watch any. I just want to go into the movie. Even when I binge watch or not binge watch, when I watch a show and then like a show live, I should say, like I don't want to see the previews for next week. I just want to go into movies, anything. I just want to go into it with nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's just me personally.
Let me ask you
But I
this:
did
Do you
watch the
like the
Ghostbusters
recap?
one just because I was super interested in to see what they were doing with it. Did I see what?
Do you, uh, well, hold on with the Ghostbusters. Do you like the recap when you see a show and it goes like, "What happened
Yes.
last week?" Even though
Yes.
you're binge
No,
watching,
that's
it's
super
just,
important.
it's, yeah, yeah, yeah. I really like that. I really like that a lot. But
That's
um, because sometimes you see what happens next week and answers basically your questions. It's like, you know what I mean?
yeah.
uh,
It depends on the show
if you watch
too.
it weekly, like I watch certain shit weekly. Like I just wrapped up the Watchmen. It's over now.
Don't talk about it.
That
I
was nine.
started that. Don't.
I will, but
Right.
that
Right.
that that was it was only 9 episodes though. So that's pretty fucking short, dude,
Yeah.
for a
What?
season. But I loved it. So
I
that's all I'll
watched
say.
the first. I don't know what episode I'm on. Either three, two. Or, no, not
It's pretty
two.
fucking out there,
It's
man.
either
It's
three or
pretty
four.
fucking out there.
Yeah. The one I just watched. They introduced the big blue dildo. That episode was
Oh well,
weird.
that's from the movie, man. I mean,
Oh, is it? See, that's the thing.
we had a,
I should have. I
we had a,
shouldn't went back because I know there's so many Easter eggs and callbacks, but I can't remember. It's been
yeah.
years since I've seen that, and I only saw it once back then. So I know there's
He
like
has
so
a
many
he has a big
callbacks.
he has a big blue cock. It's not a dildo like that. I think that's like a replica of his actual dick she has.
Oh, really?
But like the guy had this huge cock. Like he just walk around in his cock like would be Doctor Manhattan, and he just had this huge cock like that. It was fucking
That was in the movie.
uh
It,
yeah, dude,
I don't remember
totally.
that. How do I
Yeah.
not remember that? Maybe I saw. Maybe I saw a TV version. I don't know.
No, or maybe you did. No, the movie's pretty adult.
Yeah.
I remember that's why I remember going, "Oh man, this ain't no Marvel movie."
Right.
Like,
Right. Right.
but check that out, dude. I really liked it. It's a wild ride that season. It's a wild ride. Trent Reznor, amazing dude.
Yeah. You
Amazing
can.
soundtrack.
Yeah. Yeah. So I started that. So I'm 3 episodes into that, and then wife and I started Miss Maisel, Marvelous Miss Maisel.
What season?
We just started. So like
Oh,
three
okay, all right.
or
Because they just
season.
released
Yeah,
3.
season 1, episode 3. Man,
Uh,
it took me a minute. I'm like, man, is this like a not flick chick? I don't know. It just seemed very. I wasn't really into it the first couple episodes, but then like once they actually started getting to the comedy part and not just of them separating, it's a little more interesting to me.
now I hope you have an appreciation for the shit I have to do, or that I don't have to do. I choose to do.
Yeah,
The whole comedy. It's rough, man. Or it
yeah.
can be. It
Well,
can be fun
I
too.
enjoy I enjoy those type of shows. Being a musician myself, it's not nearly the same, but kind of the same aspects a little bit.
Yeah.
But I appreciate
Same
that.
animal.
But the first couple episodes were just like her going through a divorce, and I was like, oh, is this
Yeah.
going to be it? But no, and I like that it got into the comedy part of it, and I've heard it's
I
amazing.
like
So.
I like the parents. I like Monk, her dad. I think he's
Yeah, yeah,
great, funny,
yeah. Hmm.
interesting.
Yeah,
And then his parents, Kevin Pollak, like that's good. Good
yeah.
casting.
And it's always weird because, like, a lot of times, me personally and the wife and I, like, the stuff we binge is just like dark, not depressing, but just like, Peaky Blinders was dark, violent, um, and we tend to watch a lot of that. So anything that's not that, we just like, man, this is a complete change of pace. Like we just stopped watching This Is Us. It got way too cheesy. I don't know if you ever watched that.
I did. I stopped watching it actually. Well, there's only one reason why I watched it. It was ex-wife.
Uh huh.
um, but it was all about Jack in Vietnam, and it just got real fucking boring, and I didn't give a fuck anymore.
Yeah,
Like I
that
was
was.
actually I was actually into it, man. Like I was
Yeah,
like, all
it
right, this
was.
is not a.
It wasn't bad, and then I don't know, just the first episode of this new season, it was way just cheese, like it just network television cheesy, and it's like, oh, this is way too happy for us.
Well, my mom, it was a big fan, and she's given up on it, so it must be bad, you
Yeah.
know.
Okay. Yeah. So
She
yeah, I didn't know
she
if that was just me or. And they introduced like new characters. Like, I don't care.
That's what she said. She's like, there's some episode where you don't even know if you're watching the show. It's like these new people. It's like, what's going on?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I was into it. I got it. I was like, this is a good show. It's an example of network TV done right. And now I think it's network TV needs to example of network TV needing to do the right thing, which they never do, and just end it.
Right. Well, yeah, because
The
it had
magic's gone.
because like a good show, like it introduced a concept or not a concept, but something that happened, and then they didn't say what happened, and then it took two seasons. Like I don't know how far you got into it, but I think the first or second episode, well, the dad died. The
Oh
first
yeah,
episode. So if you've
the
seen
fire,
that,
the fire. Yeah,
you kind of
yeah.
know. Yeah, but it took two
The whole
seasons.
thing's about the dad dying,
Right, right.
isn't it? Sort of in a way.
So
Yeah.
once you saw how he died, it's like, oh, okay. And what else is there to tell? That's all I was wondering. How are they going to continue the show? Because the whole thing was, well, how did he
Yeah.
die? How did he die? How did he die? And he died. And like, oh, okay. It's like, what are we going to do
He's a
now?
hero.
Right. Sort of.
I just love how it's like young Mandy Moore's got long hair, and then okay, put on your Karen haircut. You're gonna be older now, and then
Yeah.
Jack has like a mustache, and then when he's in Vietnam, he doesn't have a mustache. It's like
Right.
these people are fucking timeless, man. You know,
Yeah.
like God. I think Mandy Moore's our age, so I don't know. I guess short hair means you're old if you're a woman.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Kids, they just gave me the stomach bug over the mic.
They got what?
Nothing. These kids are just they're just
Spit all over the mic. Is that what you
yeah,
said?
yeah, petri dishes.
Yeah. Oh,
My,
human petri dishes.
my,
Yeah.
my kids are gonna grow. My kids are gonna grow up with a concept because they're not sick so much, but in the wintertime, like every kid's sick in the wintertime. They have something. They have a snotty nose or, or respiratory issues, and then there's stomach bugs, and like so pretty much from like October, November to about March, like I just don't kiss them on the lips. It's like just to be sure, because like they'll be fine. They'll be fine. Okay, good night. You kiss them on the lips, and like 2 hours later, they got the stomach bug throwing up everywhere.
Emotional neglect.
Yeah, my daddy never kissed me on the lips, or I'll like wipe it off.
Um,
Yeah, these kids have turned me
I could
into they've turned me into a germaphobe for sure. Because I was never a huge germaphobe at all.
oh, I don't think I could handle the kids and the germs and stuff. The germs that kids bring
It's
into
awful.
the mix. I think they don't discriminate against nasty shit, do they?
It just makes you wonder, like, just how filthy these schools are. 'Cause that's where they get it from, in their hands in their mouths all day, And then I turn them into
Oh
germaphobes.
yeah.
It's like wash your hands, wash your hands, wash your hands. Every time you get home from school, wash your hands. Here's some Germex. Here's this and that. I'm not as bad about it this year, but I don't know. But that's another thing about being sick. It's just, man, we're spoiled nowadays because you can just lay on the couch all day and just watch all the streaming services you have.
Well, I don't know what's going on, man. Like I I can't remember like it being like this most of my life. Like I never really got sick ever. Every time I faked sick, or every time I didn't go to school because I was quote unquote sick, I was usually faking it, or
Mm-hmm.
I was like hungover or whatever. It wasn't because I was legit sick.
Mm-hmm.
And I was getting the flu shots. A couple years ago, I stopped getting a flu shot. I haven't gotten the flu, knock on wood, but
Don't say it
man,
out
like
loud.
this season. Well, is there any wood down here? No, I don't know. Fuck it. This season though, I've gotten sick like 3 times. By that I mean the cold, like a
Yeah.
cold. You know, well, I don't know. Is it getting older or is it like? I mean, the flu shot
Yeah.
doesn't prevent the cold, so who gives a shit? You know what I mean, right?
I noticed.
Uh,
I thought I said that. I said that to myself, but it could have just been the kids. Like I never got sick at all until I had flipping kids until they went to school. And
I don't have kids, so
my
you
3 year
know.
old didn't go to school obviously until she was 3. Like my oldest didn't go to school until she was 3, and that's when
Yeah.
she started getting sick. It was like right away. It's like she bring home whatever, even if it's just respiratory, just coughing and sneezing. Um, but yeah, I don't know. Well, knock on wood, I'm waiting to get sick. That's the thing. Like I that was me last year. Last year, like before that, I never got sick. But like last year, I got I lost my voice twice. Um, I had I have no idea what it was. I didn't go to the doctor or anything, but it lasted like 2 months of just it started with shit in your throat, and then it went to your nose, and then it went to your ears, and my ears were clogged for like a whole month. It felt like, but that sucked. Like I'd rather have the stomach bug for 2 days than have that shit. It's probably I don't know if it's pneumonia, or bronchitis, or something. It's just that shit just in your lungs, and you're just coughing it up for 2 months or a month. That was me last year.
Yeah, that's me this year, man. Like I've been sick like 6 times like that. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I'm usually not like this. I'm usually I don't know. I don't know what it is.
Well,
My immune system's breaking down or something. I don't know.
Well, it's either that or like you had something in it, like just because that was me last year. Like I got sick once, like really bad, and then like it kept coming back because you never really like get rid of it, or it just.
Really?
Well, I mean, it depends what it is. I don't know. I'm not a doctor,
Do
but
you do you do the flu shots?
no,
Do you believe in that? No, are you
I don't know.
anti-vax?
I don't know. I don't know. One, I'm too lazy to go and actually get one.
What
Two,
about your kids though? What about your kids?
well, so they didn't
They're, they're,
until.
they're they're young, so that would pass for as it not being
Well,
unnecessary. Young and old,
here's what's really weird. So Wednesday of last week, my oldest had a doctor's appointment just for like her like breathing, like an asthma, just like because she needed her inhaler. So she went to the doctor to get a script, and her appointment was at 2:30, and so her doctor, it's a general doctor, it's Mindy's doctor. So she was talking about the flu shot, and she's saying, well, she encourages it this year, blah blah blah, and this is so American. This is I forgot what the name she called it, but it was like their version of the organic flu shot without the preservatives and this and that. I'm like, you fucking kidding me? This country will sell you fucking anything, sugar free, organic, anyway. So my wife was telling me, yeah, it's this kind. So we got it, and Liza got it, my oldest, and she got that's when the stomach bug started, like on the way home. And I'm like, are
Really?
you kidding me? But she did say like her stomach hurt like during the day before that, so I think it was just a big coincidence. I guess I don't know, but it was almost like
Well, maybe not. It's
immediately,
like you inject a virus into somebody. It's a dead
right?
virus, so it could have made you. Some people do get sick off it. I don't fucking know. I'm not gonna. That's conspiracy stuff that I don't really. I'm
Yeah,
not in. I mean,
I don't.
I don't know. Alex Jones. I don't know. To make you gay. They injected in you to make you gay.
Man, some of that stuff though that he talks about is like it's so far out there, but it's so believable if you really like. Man, what are they talking about? Because Joe Rogan, because he's on the Joe Rogan podcast every once in a while, so they're like quote unquote friends, and he'll just like bring up stuff that like they'll start talking.
They're podcast friends. They're not
Right.
friends. They're podcast friends. They-
But like how
having a dude on your show versus being a friend is different.
I don't know. He was on there a couple of times, but anyway, so like they were talking about how like what podcast
Well,
was
fuck,
it?
we'd
They were
have
talking
him on
about
if he'd come
China.
on, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, yeah. I mean, I mean, he's not my friend. I'm sorry, buddy. Go ahead.
They were talking about something about like China growing like human.
China.
Yeah, about the conspiracy theory where they're growing like pig people, like they're growing
Oh,
like for pig parts.
oh,
Yeah,
really?
something crazy. Well, have you ever seen the movie Mr. Nobody with Jared Leto?
Who's in it?
Jared Leto.
No, I don't think I have.
I highly recommend that movie.
Is that what it's about?
It's like a 2.5 3 hour. I can't remember. It's one of those
Fuck
movies
me.
where it's like one of those movies where like you don't really know what's going on. It's almost like a David Lynch movie where like if you like really
I like
study
David.
it and go on Reddit and like, oh yeah, well that means that. But if you watch it just like with nothing, it's like what just happened. Um, but like takes place. Oh man, I guess it takes place in the future because he's old at one point, and like in this future, like everybody has their own pig, and they like carry their pig around with them
What?
because when they get sick, like because the DNA is this is real life, so the DNA to pigs are so close to humans, they can, um, like do organ transplants and blood transfusions with pig parts.
What the fuck?
Yeah, look it up,
What's it called, Mr. Nobody?
Mr. Nova. Well, look up that you know, how the pig DNA is so close to the human DNA. But yeah, look up Mr.
All
Nova. It
right.
used to be on Netflix. I watched it a long time ago. But it's a really cool movie. Like Mr. Like he doesn't age, and like he goes through all these different parts of his life, and
What?
it's pretty cool.
Have you seen anything else on Netflix recently?
I don't have Netflix, so
Have you seen The Irishman?
nope.
Uh,
See, I don't know if I'm gonna like that because I haven't seen any. Like they compare it to the Goodfellas, they compare it to this, they compare it to that, and I've never seen any of those
yeah,
movies.
yeah. I think it stands alone. So I just had Goodfellas was on the other day. It was on. I got the YouTube TV, so I was streaming like cable channels, and it was edited, so they're cutting out the F word and putting in stupid words. It was terrible.
Yeah,
It's like gangsters don't like say silly, stupid words. They say the F word. I
yeah.
mean,
I
is it really gonna like protect some kid? You know what I mean?
right. I guess I'll watch it at some point, but I don't know if I ever will because I don't have 3 hours. I might have to
I
watch it
just
in
well,
chunks.
it's three and a half. Um,
Oh my god.
I say it's good. I give it my seal of approval in case anybody gives a shit. Um, a lot of complaints of the ageism, the aging, a lot of ageism, a lot of complaints on the aging technology. It didn't really bother me. I didn't really think about it again until we talked about it in the other podcast. So someone pointed it out online.
Right.
Then it became an issue. Um, but people, okay, it's not as good as Goodfellas, not as good as Casino. It's like so, but it's still fucking good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Those conspiracy theory, historical fiction based off some guy who's dead. Interpretation of how shit went down in the '60s. Uh, Joe Pesci is awesome in it. Um, I liked it. Again, it's long. I don't know if our generation can handle a movie that long, but for most of the part, I'm seeing pretty positive shit. There's some haters because of the Marvel shit that are shitting on it, because they shit on Marvel movies. But um, yeah, I mean, if you got a night, just make a Friday night, block off like 4 hours and check it out. It's really good. Um, it's one of those movies that it doesn't seem that long. You go, holy shit, that was 3 hours, but it's like it goes by so fast.
Yeah.
But I just don't think people have time for it. Like someone posted the movie broken down as if it was like a Netflix series, and I'm
Yeah,
like,
that's
so I'll be like, that was you should have done it that way. I don't
yeah.
know.
Well,
You can-
that's his way of not giving in because that's what you do now. I mean, what show was it that was supposed to be a movie? It was one of the popular shows. It wasn't Breaking Bad. Like it just started off as a movie, and then like the network or whatever wanted to turn it into a series, and then it lasted like 3 or 4 seasons. I forgot what it was. But yeah, so I mean that
not
would be
sure.
Scorsese giving in and adapting instead of just doing his own thing. Even though, you know, I don't know. Here and I've heard other people talk about this. He's kind of a hypocrite, like everybody is. But you want to bitch about not so much the Marvel thing, but what was he bitching about? Oh, you shouldn't watch this on a screen, shouldn't that? Like, well, then you shouldn't have made a deal with Netflix. If you really stood your ground, if you really, you should have just did a theatrical release and then release it on not home video, whatever it's called, digital, whatever, and then put it on Netflix after that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, to add to that too, is that he makes a deal with Netflix, and then he wants some bullshit 3 week theatrical runs just so he can qualify for the Oscars. And it's like he's showing no respect to the theatrical aspect of it. He's only entering the theaters so he can qualify for an awards. So it's like, what do you stand for? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if it wasn't for that, he probably wouldn't even put it in the theaters at all. You know what I
Well,
mean?
I don't know if it's like
So it's like,
his. I mean, he has people. You know, I'm sure he has people that are saying you can't just put this in the theaters. You have to put it in Netflix, and you get more money. And I'm sure
Well,
there's a deal made.
he,
And
he signed a deal. He's got another movie
yeah,
about like a serial killer with De Niro and DiCaprio. You got the D's. The
yeah.
so I'm looking forward to that. I'm sure that'll be like 8 hours long.
I think that's how that goes, isn't it? Like either with show creators and actors, like a lot of them don't just have like when they do a Netflix movie, like it's like a deal, like where they have multiple either they're writing, producing,
Oh
or
yeah.
directing, or and actors. Like a lot of times you'll see like actors do like a lot of Netflix original shows and a lot Hulu. I've noticed that even if they're just like
Sandler
secondary actors, you know, just
Sandler did like a 5 picture deal with Netflix.
yeah.
Like he signed like a 5 movie deal,
It's
and
like
I
the
think
new
it's already up.
it's like the new record deal
Yeah, yeah,
for motion pictures or TV.
yeah.
But yeah,
Totally,
that's
man.
well, now I'll talk about a movie. I haven't seen it yet, but talk about a movie that you are not interested in is the new Star Wars movie comes out next week, and I will have 2.5 hours for that.
Now, is that going to be just in theaters, or is that going to be on
Yeah,
Disney
yeah,
Plus?
that's no, I don't think I don't think that's a Disney Plus. That's I mean, yeah, all the other ones except the latest one, the one that came out recently, like 2 years ago. That that and that's another thing I noticed on Disney Plus that I guess Netflix is still showing some Disney films, like the newer ones. And I don't know which ones exactly, but they don't have all, especially like the Marvel movies. Like not all the Marvel movies are on Disney yet. Disney
I'm
Plus.
also noticing The Simpsons is still on FXX, like the app and stuff.
Oh, really?
Like, yeah, Disney hasn't like made The Simpsons exclusive to just Disney Plus,
Yeah.
unless they have between the time I noticed it in this podcast. But I remember going, "Oh, The Simpsons are still on here. Cool," you know.
Yeah.
Um,
What have you watched on Disney
whatever.
Plus yet? Or
I don't have Disney
oh, I
Plus.
thought you said you got it. Oh, okay.
No,
You're not
no, I
you're
was just
not giving
asking.
in to Big Mouse.
Well, I mean, I don't have any. There's nothing on there that
Right.
that
No,
interests
I
me.
yeah.
It's just a bunch of kids shit and I mean cartoons. If I had kids, I'd get it. If I was into Star Wars, I'd get it. It doesn't seem like though it's like exclusive though. Like the Marvel movies aren't exclusive, and the Star Wars, it's not like what you think you'd get. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
just
Well,
like
apparently that Mandalorian show is really popular on the internet, like in terms of
South Park. It
mainstream.
said that's the third episode. It sucks, but that's South Park. I don't know.
I know you don't care, but then Mr. Robot ends next week, and man, that is
I was
such
gonna
a
ask you about
good
that.
show. Man,
Yeah, I'm gonna start watching it.
man, I feel like you'll appreciate it because it's a really far out, not far out, an out there show that it doesn't seem like it's not on network, but it's not on. It feels like it's a show that should be on like HBO
What
or
channel's it on?
USA. But now they're
It's
getting
not, wow, USA. Wow.
now they're getting towards the end, and they're like the latest episode. They just had like a huge twist that almost like a um, not lost esque. I forgot which show where like it just completely changes, like it flips the show upside down, and there's only
Really?
one episode left. So yeah, I recommend it. So next week should
I'll
be
check
the
it out.
yeah. I might rewatch it too because there was a another huge twist that it's really deep. This latest season's really deep. It's not just all tech hacking. It's the narrator is a very troubled person. I don't know how old he is. Anyway,
Is that Rami?
that's Rami, your favorite. You might have
Yeah, I
a
don't got nothing against
you
him.
might have a better appreciation for him now that he's not playing Freddie Mercury.
I just thought, as I said, and I was listening to this recently, but like the Queen movie's bullshit. That's all.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
nothing against him. He did the best he could, I guess. I mean, it was. I don't think it was an Academy Award winning film,
Now,
but
my
what do I know?
no. Here's one Academy Award winning. I don't know if it won or is definitely nominated. That I'm going to see is the Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Now that it's out on digital, I'm going to try
I'd
to.
like to know what you think of it. Let me know.
I know. I'll make that a goal to discuss that next time. Next week's Christmas Eve. I don't know, or Christmas week. I don't know if we might be able to find
We'll
some
be
time.
off. Come on. So, what? Not to get deep, like you just said, with pop culture stuff, but uh, impeachment. What
I don't
are
know,
your thoughts
man.
on that?
I don't follow this. I'm just numb to it. I don't care either way. I don't. I don't
Well, I'm
know.
like, yeah, yeah.
It
I'm
doesn't.
like, okay,
Go ahead.
again, and then all of a sudden it's like he's really getting impeached. Shut the fuck up. Is he really? You sure? Well, he can't get. He might not get removed. Okay, well then don't fucking talk to me when he gets removed. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I
Has it?
just ah.
Okay. Let's just. We may have. I don't know. I've talked about this at some point with somebody. Uh.
We're broken
Okay.
records.
So
We're getting old. We repeat
what does
ourselves.
everybody want? Everybody wants them out. Okay. How long that's if it starts tomorrow, Wednesday. Anyway, if it starts now, when will that even happen? Because it's going to be such a process. Um, and I know his whole it's not just him, it's like his cabinet too, right? And the vice president and all that.
I don't know. That's where I'm
That's what I
not.
mean. Like I
I'm
don't know,
not.
but well, I know he was Pence was testifying in something too. But anyway, so who's going to take over? That's going to be so much better. You know?
Yeah, I don't
Who's
know. Do you think they're helping? Do you think they're helping him win? You think that it's backfiring this con? Because I read something where it's like they got two articles against him, and if that doesn't stick, they're just going to keep coming at him and 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 at him and
until
at
he
him.
quit?
And,
Do what they did with Nixon, just make him quit. Like,
is that what happened? I
well,
don't
Nixon
know.
got impeached,
Nixon
but he
bowed out.
quit. Yeah, he quit.
No, he resigned before they could impeach
That's
him.
what I
It's like,
mean. Yeah.
you can either be fired or you can either quit. Which do you want?
And at that point,
Tr-
so I mean, Pence is even more is even worse in my opinion. At least because he's definitely not as entertaining.
I think like the thing they're trying to taint his they're trying to taint whatever he's going to try to do in 2020 if they can't take him out. They'll be like, "Oh, he was impeached." Whoever's like going up against him will keep dropping that he's been impeached and shit, but I don't know if anybody gives a fuck, to be honest with you. Like I don't really think like people care. I don't.
Well, because
I don't know.
people are so numb. You got the hardcore people that anything against anything, but like how many people have my and your viewpoints? Like whatever, if
I
it
had a
happens,
girl
it
tell me
happens.
that she couldn't orgasm until she could finally orgasm again once he was impeached. I'm serious. So
What?
I mean, people. Hey, I could give you more information about that person that would put that into context, but I'm not going to.
Dra- Dramatic. People are just
Oh,
they're just so dramatic. Everything's just so dramatic. If you wanna keep it, I don't want to segue too. Well, I'll segue later because I keep want to keep talking about this. Okay, so that's my point. Okay, you want Trump out, so is Pence the next guy? Pence is even more like he's like the Joel Osteen of presidents. Olstein, all safe. You know what I'm talking about?
oh, Joel Osteen, yeah,
Olstein,
dude,
yeah. He's like the Joel Olstein of
yeah.
presidents. Mr. Religious
Joel
Right.
Osteen looks like a creepy little kid.
Yeah. And I mean, you
Yeah,
talk about women being outraged. Like he's going to take, if, maybe that's the thing. They want to take him down and then no one's going to vote for Pence. But still, like, God damn, okay,
Pence can't.
how is Biden, like, this is why the Democrats are so fucked up. So Biden is still leading in polls. No one likes Biden. The internet hates him. The younger Democrats hate him, yet he's still leading in the polls
Have you
because
seen you see how he conducts himself too?
yeah, he's a goddamn
He's like
moron.
Trump.
He's
He's
a
like
Trump,
Trump.
exactly.
He picks fights with people
But
and
the
like says dumb shit.
but the way
Why is that okay?
But the way the system is, and the way the Democrats, this is just another. It's just another rigged thing with Hillary. You're just going to swap Hillary out with Biden because he's been in the longest. Well, I don't know about him and Bernie. Bernie's been for a long time too, just in politics in general. But man, money talks, and you can see that money
Well,
talks.
you see Hillary went on our good friend Howard Stern.
Yeah, I saw that, but I didn't listen to it.
So, well, I didn't either. I think he softballed her. He asked
Well, of
her about
course.
being a lesbian, and he
Oh,
asked her
really?
about the Bill. He asked her about Bill cheating on her, but no Epstein questions.
Of
But
course not.
do you think it got a lot of press? Do you think she's coming? Is that like her testing the waters?
Man, shit,
Going on Howard Stern?
because Bloomberg entered this late.
I know
God.
Bloomberg, man. It's just a crowded fucking kitchen, man. It really
It
is.
would not surprise me. Yeah, like Trump gets either impeached or just hit so hard with this process that no one's going to vote for him, and Hillary's going to jump in at the last minute. Here I am. Let's do
Yeah.
it.
Everybody's joking about her killing Epstein, though. Like, that's like discredited her, sort of.
I don't think
Because
people
I can't
care.
tell you how many goddamn Epstein memes I've seen on Facebook.
Yeah.
Epstein didn't hang himself. Hillary did. All that shit.
I'm telling you, this is turning into 2020 all over, or 2016 all over again.
Yeah.
Where
Part two.
part two, where
It's just a reboot.
yeah.
The election was rebooted.
That's you know what, I hate to be on record of saying this, but if it comes down to all that, I almost wish Trump would just play it out for another 4 years till he can't run anymore and see what they can come up with in 4 years. Because
What
I
do
don't
you,
I don't really like any of the candidates.
well, Kamala Harris has dropped out.
Right.
I don't think that Pete guy from South Bend is going to do anything. Cory Booker is either dropped out or he's not going to do anything. It's going to be Bernie and Biden and Warren and maybe Hillary. Those will be like your. Oh, I'm Bloomberg. Bloomberg's a fucking billionaire, so yikes. Two billionaires, him and Trump going at it. Yikes. And then Biden and Trump, if they go after each other, they're going to try to fight because they're both like, I'm a tough guy. It's a joke.
I mean,
Sad.
It'll be entertaining, but it doesn't
It'll
matter.
be sad, dude.
You know what?
It'll
It
be
doesn't
sad.
matter if Trump wins. If a Democrat wins, it doesn't matter. I just feel like we're at a breaking point.
It says a lot. It says a lot. Biden doesn't have Obama's endorsement.
Right.
He was his vice president. I know Obama's endorsement's like really important right now, and he's going to save it to see who's going to win in the end. But it's just like, Jesus, your own guy won't endorse you, man. What the fuck? I don't know.
He'll endorse him whenever he's like the clear.
He'll endorse him if he's the guy. If
Right.
he's the guy, he will. But, we'll see what happens. He keeps saying dumb shit. He keeps saying racist shit. He's a fucking idiot.
I know.
I mean,
I don't like him at all. I feel like he'll just mess things up even more. I mean, Trump's whatever. Trump's Trump, but as of right now, I mean, what has gotten worse?
well, okay, so you don't want some old racist, loudmouth bully white guy. So let's get some old racist, loudmouth bully white guy. You know what I mean? Where's the fucking logic there?
Right.
I mean, come
and
on.
he shares a lot of he's anti-weed, so the weed people hate him. I mean, I guess
it's just it's anti-progress at this point. Like,
yeah.
I mean, God, yeah. I remember Chris Christie tried to run on that solely alone, and you see where he is now, irrelevant.
Yeah.
Probably had a heart attack because he's so fucking fat. Remember Chris Christie?
Yeah,
the New Jersey guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was like Trump's right hand man, and then until Trump shit canned him. I mean, working for Trump, man, you got like about good 3 months in there before you're out of there.
Yeah.
Like nobody laughs at that guy.
I don't know. It's a shit show. It's been a shit show since Trump got it. I mean, it's always been a shit show, but in terms of entertainment value, it's been a shit show. But man, I mean, stock market's doing good, unemployment rate's low. I mean, I think we're on a bubble, even though I've been saying that for 4 years now, that we're on a bubble and shit's gonna hit the fan anytime now. But I mean, I guess the worst thing is he got that Supreme Court guy in there, and that could fuck a lot of shit up in terms of
Kavanaugh.
Yeah, for some progressive,
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, the older I get, the more my views are changing a little bit. But I'm still pretty in the middle. I've always pretty much been in the middle until Obama ran, because I was, like everybody our age and even older, were anti-Bush. So, of course, you're going to vote for the opposition, even though Obama was a pretty charismatic character.
He's a smooth criminal, man.
But there's not another Obama right now. In terms of that,
no, that's the problem,
right? I mean, that's sad. That's sad because the outrage of Trump is. I mean, is the outrage of Trump right now as bad as it was for Bush in 2008?
I really don't know. I mean, because I probably wasn't paying attention as much as I am now. Plus, social media wasn't as crazy. I mean, it was around in 2008, but not like it is now. I mean, I think just with all those extra outlets, I think more people took advantage of it to do all that political shit. But yeah, I mean, if you had Facebook and all that shit and Twitter and stuff like as big as it is now back in 2008, 2006 with Bush, I mean, I remember Kanye West on that special saying George Bush doesn't care about black people.
Right.
I mean, like they had a lot of like anti fucking Bush shit. I mean, it was pretty bad. I mean, I was like, that's how I felt though, because it was cool. It was a cool thing to do. He's a rich Texas asshole, cokehead, C student who had everything handed to him and got to be president. I mean, his
Yeah.
brother cheated the election in Florida.
Right.
I mean, and then we liked him for a month during 9/11, and then everyone hated him again because he invaded Iraq. And that was a narrative. That's not me talking. That was a narrative.
Well, not only that, and then later on in the second term, the I mean, what do they call it? It wasn't a recession, but it was a type of recession, just the economic collapse. I don't know, for whatever they called it in
Oh, well, that
2008.
was right when he got out. That was right when Obama came in. That was the recession. That was the 2008, 2009 recession where
Yeah.
the housing collapses.
Yeah.
Where too many people had houses they couldn't afford, apparently.
Yeah. I don't
And
know.
they had loans. I don't know.
It's gonna be
Hell of a time to get in office, though.
it's gonna be a shit show.